How y'all doing? What's going on? Welcome to House of Chappelle TV. Oh, my voice is cracking. Welcome to House of Chappelle TV. I am Rico Chappelle, and you are talking live with Rico. I've been gone for about a week and a half because I've had a couple of bookings that I've been in and out of town, but I'm back in LA right now. I was in Indiana for the Indiana Black Expo last week, which was absolutely amazing. And I'm not gonna get too far into this, but a reporter asked me a crazy question. She asked me, and it was a white reporter. What her name was Alex. Look on my Instagram. I put it on Instagram. She was reporting for some blog or some newspaper, and she asked me, why do I feel that black fashion hasn't made it as prevalent as relevant as white fashion? And I was like, oh, because I was just not thinking a white reporter would ever ask me that. And I pretty much responded by saying, look, we're not going to be celebrated like the Givenchy's and the Chanel's of the world until our Beyonce's, until our Jada Pinkett Smiths um, support us more. So Beyonce has worn black fashion, but is it enough? Is it, and so that goes on with me and my whole other thing about Leslie Johnson. And a lot of you guys, y'all be trying to dig out negative comments because I'm gonna tell you, I never would just bash a person for unless it's specific reason, unless they done something to me personally. But I always give something. I always say something good about them. And my mom always taught me, if you don't have nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. And I don't know what the hell y'all mamas be teaching y'all, but y'all be trying to dog a brother out. So even to come in with the Leslie Johnson situation when she was going on Twitter saying that she's being dragged, and I was pretty much simply saying for the people that's on a one track mind that think I'm just trying to be messy, and I got another story about messiness later on. I was pretty much saying that maybe if you support your own, even if the thing wasn't good or not, you'll have the support of your black people to support you, and so you won't be feeling down because evidently she was being attacked because of the movie. I don't know why. I seen her on Wendy Williams, and I never really was a big fan of Leslie Jones, but I respect her work. But I actually fell in love with her personality on Wendy Williams because Wendy is my girl. How you doing? And but yeah, but that's it. But black fashion, support us. It is what it is. You do, you do. You don't, you don't. So here's the thing. So you guys want to know about? I posted 3 topics on Instagram, and pretty much y'all was like, we want to know this one, that one, and the third, but we want you to talk about all of them. So I was like, okay. So this story is all the stories are very touchy to me. And I really try to tread lightly because I just don't want to walk away creating an enemy. But I will tell you this, that all parties, we have all been paid for the story. From Funky Dineva on his YouTube, from straight from the A, from her blog to me from this YouTube channel. I'm just going to be honest. Um, so the story how I met Michelle Brown, which is through Funky Dineva. Funky Dineva lived in the complex with where my store was, with my apartment and my store. And this time, I was just really starting to take off. We're on the road with Tony. I was like, hey, I'm growing up. I'm 30 plus. I'm finna buy grown man furniture. And I was buying grown man furniture. I had bought this amazing sofa. I bought this Shea Lounge. And I had built this coffee table because of my degree and all that stuff. I know how to build furniture, architecture, engineering background or whatever. And so Michelle um came over there with Funky Dineva, and he's already said something about the smell that she had, and I was like, okay, whatever, it is what it is. So subconsciously, or well, I wouldn't say subconsciously, but I just knew it. So I just purchased this $2,000 sofa, so I'm gonna put a throw on the thing, and we was over and we was upstairs in my living room and we was talking. I I smelled something, but it was just wasn't my place to say anything because that was not necessarily my friend at the time. And actually, to be honest, me and Michelle are cool. We never been like really, really tight like that, And I will be honest, she's taught me things about how to make money from my blog. She taught me and Funky Dineva how to create a mean check. And I'm gonna be honest, Funky Dineva shouldn't have had no problem paying that rent with the money he make from YouTube and the blog spot. And I told Michelle when the whole situation happened, I said, "Girl, I'm gonna be honest. Is that your friend? You shouldn't have put it. I understand you, and I only can be there for you, but that was wrong." But I also told Funky Dineva when the whole thing happened, I said Michelle is going to put this on the blog. She's going to make money off of this. Just the type of chick she is. And just from the things that he's told me, because I've only hung her out with Michelle a couple of times, and even at that time at the house with the situation, she sat on my couch and she sat on a throw that I purchased, a beautiful throw or whatever, and I took it immediately because it did have a smell to it, and I threw it in the wash machine. As far as the ottoman, the Shea Lounge, it's right there. It's right here. That's the only piece of furniture that I actually bought to LA with me because it was expensive as hell, and it was small enough that I could put it in a U-Haul. I gave all my other furniture to my nephew. Uh, Good luck in college. Boom, get your own apartment. Blah 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 blah. Before I relocated out here, but this is what I told Funky Dineva. I said, if that girl is walking around here smelling like that, and she's hanging around you, that says a lot about you. That ain't your friend. And so I never could get in my head to be really, 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 really close to Michelle because I saw the relationship that her and Q had. I call him Q or Funky. Um, I saw the relationship that her and Q had, and I'm like, is this a real friendship or are they being around each other because of financial gain, connection wise, networking? Like, it is a true friendship because if it was my friend, um, I just would have been like, baby, something's going on with you. We're gonna have to take you to the doctor because it could have been something medical that her smell, it's been her smell for so long that she probably just didn't recognize that she was smelling like that. Because a friend of mine told me in college that one time a girl, not Michelle Brown, because I know how y'all are, a girl had a tampon stuck up her for we don't know, for they don't know how long, and she went and got a pap smear and something was bothering her, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And the doctor pulled out an old ass tampon that been up there for years. So you don't know. So I was telling Funky Dineva that's not your friend. And he was like, I shouldn't have to tell a grown ass woman that her ass stink. Sometimes you do. If that's your friend, girl, tell me if my breath stink. If like I got something going on up in there, my arms stink, and I've been working all day and decide I want to go out to the grocery store and then we're gonna go out for drinks and I didn't realize that I ain't take no shower. Nigga, no, you need to go take a shower, nigga, your ass stink. So I always, boom, 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 boom. And when boom, 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 boom. So when Funky Dineva did the video, of course he put my name in it once again. And since that video, I think I talked to Funky Dineva one time, and I was pretty much over it. Will I ever talk to Funky Dineva again? I don't know. I'm here in LA, drama free. That's how I like it. And that's how I want to stay for now. And even when I return back to Atlanta, if I return back to Atlanta, I just don't want to be involved in a bunch of mess because I'm an easy target. People have saw me on television and have saw me participate in certain things. And for some people, they have tunnel vision. That's all they see of you is you being that person on television, and they already know. But my close friends know that that's not me, which is gonna lead to my next video that I'm gonna do for you guys. Um, we're gonna talk about messiness, and what you see is sometimes not all what you get, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so that's the whole thing about it. Wasn't an ottoman. I didn't throw my ottoman away. It was my Shea Lounge is right here. She sat on my sofa. The throw was kind of had a smell. I haven't talked to Michelle since the incident occurred. I tried to call her, you know, but she didn't return a call. But I see she's doing fine on Instagram. I think I still follow her. To be honest, I just kind of got over Funky Dineva putting my name in a bunch of mess. Um, and I mean, I just at the end of the day, you grow up. I mean, when you become a man, you put away childish things, and he's an alpha, so he know how it is. But he pride himself on being that messy cat, and he texted me and said, "Are we still friends? I'm drunk and I'm in my feelings," and I didn't reply. And I talked to several people that he um, mentioned their name in a video, and they feel the same way I feel. And several of my friends, especially my family, just didn't even like me hanging around him simply because he was always dragging my name through the dirt, and I knew what my friend was battling, and I always forgave him. And I'm gonna tell you, Funky doesn't even know this is not a video to attack him, and he knows if he would have before my move to LA, he could actually the week I think the week before I moved to LA, he called me and he was in dire need of some help, and I stopped everything I was doing. I went out there to help him if he needed anything, rain, sleet, or snow, any time of the day, night, I was there. So I was always a good friend to Funky Dineva. But considering what happened to Michelle, considering what happened to me and several other people, I always kind of wonder, does he really know what a good friend is? Or do he know how to treat a good friend? And or does this newfound fame got his mind all clouded and his judgment off? But Funky Diney was a very smart girl. And I think once he sober up, and I think once he's sober up and all that good stuff, he knows what he's done, and I'm sure he feels some type of way. But at the end of the day, I wish him and Michelle Brown the best. I believe that God puts people in your life for a season, and sometimes seasons they leave. And that's the same with Quad. We'll talk about that later when Married to Medicine airs. I just found out it was getting ready to air soon, and it's same with Michelle Brown. So, like I said, I wish everybody the best, and thank y'all for listening. I want you to like, subscribe, and share the video. I think the next video that I will come to you about Funky Dineva will be talked about in a video, and it's actually good. It tells you about how we met and um, the messiness of it all. But thank you. Good night, good morning, whatever, good evening, whenever you look at this video. I love you guys. Bye. Mwah.